like an end of the year mush, right? Where I can't quite remember what I've covered in what classes or what I'm remembering back to a couple of years ago, and you're still talking at the same time. Our papers don't live in that thing anymore. They live over here because it's easier for you guys to get to. Anyone else need closure? And nobody else should need it because I'm out now. I can make more copies, but that means people have taken extra copies. Alright, so let's move this. What am I hitting? Oh, somebody thought they'd be funny and lock the wheels?
Yeah, we locked it. I didn't lock it. I locked it because it would be helpful.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it helps it move.
No, but I want to help it be an interesting game of Jenga.
Yeah, I know. It'll be really interesting when it falls over and you push a table. It'll be on each
I thought I do.
Hold on.
It makes sense. It makes
So the
sense.
fact that you are looking for a closure means people have taken multiples. Everyone check your binder right now. Some of you have taken multiple copies of the closure, and I'm tired of this. We need to get organized and know what papers we have or do not have. So you check your binder too, in case you grabbed it yesterday.
Okay.
There are no more extra copies, which means somebody has multiple. No, I can print more.
Who's stashing up math homework? Connor. Who is going to know the math homework?
Stop stealing all the math homework. First question is, who would be stealing math homework?
So how many people think they still need closure? Like you do not have it in front of you right now. Max, do you need the closure or do you have it?
I
Sorry.
have it.
No, I gave it to you yesterday, I think, the closure.
It's right there.
Yeah.
Max has it.
Max K, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright! So real quick review before our game. How do we simplify? Alright, I don't like doing the stir and look at people, but this is something you actually need to listen to. Radical 75. This is not nice. Who can tell me what I mean by it's not nice? Anna? Is it a repeating decimal? Jake?
Irrational number.
What do you mean?
It means it goes on for infinite, but there's no pattern.
So Jake is saying this is an irrational number. So on your test, when I ask you to explain an irrational number, what you cannot say is irrational means not rational. Yes, I know that. The prefix ir means not. So what Jake said, he's going to say again in case anybody right now couldn't answer number 12 on the test. I don't know if it's number 12 or not, but it's a legit question on the test. So Jake, when we're asked what is an irrational number, what are you going to say?
It's a number that is, it's a decimal number.
What doesn't it do?
Can I please have Gus Juke to the office?
Oh, yeah, I
Gus,
couldn't
please come to the office.
Well, good thing we didn't draft you to a team yet. Good thing we hadn't drafted you to a team yet.
So it's a decimal number that goes on infinite with no pattern.
It is not repeating, and it is not terminating. Hey friends, I'm trying to make sure we get this right on the test. So an irrational number, if you can't remember this on your own, you might want to write it down, is not repeating, not terminating.
Goodbye.
So pi is a great example, good luck Gus, is a great example of an irrational number, but other non-perfect radicals are also irrational. Now, that doesn't mean, I get it, some of you are trying to work on your closure right now that I don't understand because we're going to do it in a minute, and I'm telling you answers to the test right now. Like, I'm just a little confused, and the people that are making noises or talking over top of me, I'm really confused. I'm telling you answers to the test right now. One would think you would want to know the answers to the test. So, non-perfect radicals are also irrational because they do not terminate, they do not repeat. They're not nice. They look ugly when we type them in the calculator. Now, the calculator is going to make it look like it stops. It's a lie. Because your calculator only has so much screen. So do not trust your calculator. But I can make this nicer. I can say radical 75 can actually be broken up into two different numbers that one of them is a perfect square. Do you know what?
7 and 5?
What?
No.
7 and 5.
Or 70 and 5? No.
So I'm going to break this up through multiplication, because that's the only way under the radical, the only way I can rewrite is using multiplication. Can we think of factors of 75 where one of them is a perfect square? Max? 25 and 3. So then I could rewrite this as radical 25 times radical 3, and I can rewrite that as 5 radical 3. And this is the same thing as radical 75.
Wait.
It is the same value.
Mr. Hudson, would it
I see no hands in the air. Oh, hi, Jake.
be okay if we wrote radical 75 instead of 5 radical 3? Or would that be
If I ask you, I don't know, like on some kind of assessment, to write a number in simplified radical form, this is the simplified radical form. It is using the smallest numbers we can.
That's genius.
How do you...
I'm trying to get square root on.
Which second, and then the square button. So see how it's above. So right there, the square button, that one, the second feature of it. You have to type it in. You have to type square root, and then the number you want to square root. All right, this will probably carry over into tomorrow, especially because it took us a few minutes to get rolling. So we will save this. We will remember our teams. Lily?
So, radical 2, one and one are both.
But 1 times 1 does not make 2. 1 times 1 makes 1. So here, I'll give you another example. Take radical, we'll do another one close to that. Take radical 72. So what perfect square and non-perfect square are factors of 72? Colin? Yeah, but actually we want to pick like
9.
as large of a perfect square as we can.
9.
And as small of a non-perfect square as we can. So 36 and 2. So there are multiple ways to write these things down. But then this becomes radical 36 times radical 2. What is radical 36? 6 radical 2.
Wait, isn't radical 2 1?
Wait,
No.
does that mean I can do radical 4?
We talked about radical 2. Radical 2 is like 1.4. Because it's what number times itself makes 2. 1 times 1 is 1.
So, radical 1.
Is 1. Alright, I think we will hopefully get over some of these questions through playing the review game. Are we missing any classmates? That's what I was just trying to explain to Jake, so I'm confused at what you're saying. The square root of 2 is not 1, I agree. It's approximately 1.4.
Oh, stop recording so people
I got you. So notice how I just sat down at my desk?
Amelia! I I feel insulted.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
I'm very confused.
We're just making lines.
You're not being very radical, Amelia.
Mr. Hudson, it's math art.
You're not being.
Not that irrational.
You're like,
Yeah, you're not being radical or dead.
So, the square root dudes, Team Desk, and Team Just Joe.
No, it's just Joe.
It's just Joe. And we are just Joe.
Clearly, it's just.
If it's just Joe, you don't have to. There's no one named Joe on your team.
It's
So
not,
Mama.
it's not Team
Nolan.
Desk. It's you say desk. With bigger.
Alright, so,
Desk.
hey friends.
Hi.
So, we've not had an issue with this year, but I think it's because springtime and whatever else. And Jake, I don't know why you're trying to put that desk like that, but I would ask that you rearrange them how you know that they're supposed to be.
No, we have 5 people.
Yeah, so you're blocking out the person behind that desk. It's very weird. Okay, so I need you to all recalibrate for a moment.
Jake, what are you doing?
I need us to remember that even though we're going to play a review game, it is school, and the expectations of school still apply. That, or if we can't play a game and keep the school expectations, what do you think I will get rid of? The game. Because I'm not getting rid of our expectations of you. So, if your classmates are making a poor choice, help them to recalibrate. Jake's team, you are first. We will random pick whoever gets our first number. Amelia, give me a number between 1 and 15. And you need to move up with your team because no person is an island in this game. So let's fix our dates.
I messed up.
You need to recalibrate and get your brain back on the fact that words. Jake, stop moving the desks. Leave that how it was. Leave this how it was. All you need to do is pull a desk up here. So you have 5 or you have 6. You have 6 is when you first miscounted. Here's another desk for you. You guys way overcomplicated this.
That was painful.
Yes, I can see.
Wait. Are you okay? Wait, what's what is 5 cubed?
No, it's 125. No, it's 125 x 12.
This is a tall tower.
Where's Karen? Sorry for the interruption. Could I have all 7th grade
I hope any of you heard that because I didn't.
I did not.
Seventh grade band.
I heard something about man.
7th grade band for pictures somewhere.
For Phoenix?
Guys, 7th grade band for pictures.
Was that announcement including Phoenix as well? Well, we sort of need clarification to know if we're sending kids somewhere. Thank you.
It wouldn't even be 12.
Yeah, 3 times 12.
It would be this.
What makes... So
it'd be 125x to the 12th power.
Want to do this?
You're multiplying 3 by 4, then you're multiplying 3 by 5.
Why would it be 3 times? That's not what you said. If it's to the third power, wouldn't it be 4 times 4 times 4? 125x to the 7th.
Yeah, that's 12.
Yeah. That's why you're saying to the 12th power.
No, because okay, guys, we understand it's 25, 125, right?
125 to the 7th or 5x.
You could write it out expanded if you want to do an in-between step. Just saying.
Well, it's nicer. Is it 5x?
Does it? Hold on. Here's my question.
5x to the 12th is more simple.
You know why? Because you're multiplying 3 by 4 and 3 by 5.
If you're multiplying 3 by 5, 3 times 5 is favorite.
Here's why. Look. Figure it out. Hold on. Figure it out. Look, the 16 row, right? So it's 5. It's 5x.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to ask me a math question? I'm sorry, you're confusing me with somebody else. You have 16 right here that will help you today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So I do think 625x.
Is she going to ask herself,
12 power.
here's something. Can you?
Mr. Hudson, I think
You're me.
Do you think you what?
may have heard your walkie-talkie go off.
Oh. Sorry, one of my students just said this one off. Deb, did you get an answer for us?
I still feel pretty confident with the 125x.
Alright, that's what we were thinking, but we just wanted to check. Thank you very much.
Because
Do you guys have an answer?
Yes.
Yeah, 30 seconds. Finalize your answers or your potential steal answers.
I actually don't know. Well, it's 5x.
Should get a bell.
I mean, you make a good point.
Like when we want to answer, we'll just go ding.
I have one of those little like ring for service bells at my house. No, but I might bring it here. Alrighty then. From Amelia's question choice, Renal, what is your answer here? 125x to the 12th is correct. So good work. That was problem 6. It is gone. Collins team next. Max W. Give me a number.
No, number 9.
Lucky number 9. Simplify the following expression. You found another in the same problem that is also 158. Good pull from Renal. That tower is going to get too tall very quickly. No, actually.
I got the 12 part.
So most of these problems, there are multiple pieces that are spread out. So if the problem has 2 pieces, I would put them not next to each other.
Wait, Mr. Hudson. What are the points?
What?
What are the points?
9 if you did an outside block. Like 9 total because it's 5 for the 4 for the question, 5 for the block. Oh, radical. I think I said square root.
Square root, you guys like what?
He did outside, so you get 9 points. Yeah, he just confirmed with me.
What did he just send you?
30 seconds! This should not take us very long. Give your answer without negative exponents. No negative exponents.
it took me a long time to learn that. And it took a long time to on the board right there. I got wrong my test twice.
Without negative exponents.
And I was depressed, so I tried to go to talk to it, and then I finally got mad. That test was hard.
First time he marked the line for students, I put not finished at the top, but he just
Same.
he completely ignored it.
Whenever I do that, he like marks the question. He's like, where is it?
And
I'm like, dude.
are you ready? Hey, team, what you're doing is cheating. No, you need to discuss with each other. Hey, I'm going to warn you right now. I'm going to make whoever answers it explain it. Take 1 more minute to make sure everyone understands why the answer is what it is.
Yes. Let's all wait for the camera.
It doesn't really get much of that in the picture. Most of it is just what's up front.
I feel really good now that I did that. Because I keep getting myself trapped on this desk. Well, I'll deal with it. Sorry, you're okay. I'll have to like jump out and do like this. Yes, parkour.
10 seconds.
That's my clear choice. I'll be like Stephanie. I can use my archery skills I learned in class.
Alright, the only safe person is Max since he picked the question. He knows it's not coming back to him. Walter, what is your answer here? I will accept that. However, it's not as simple as it could be. So, you're right. 4 times 3 gives us 12. And you're right. X to the third over x to the 6 will relate back to the right thing. But if I simplify this even further, it should be just 12 over just x to the third. Because 3 of the... Yeah, I know. It's the end of the chapter. This should be just. You should be comfortable with these problems. You might even feel like they're...
Don't say it.
No.
Lily.
I heard you say it.
You said the thing!
Okay, so I am not good at this stuff. Can you please explain?
Yes, thank you for asking it like that.
Oh, you said
The negative...
Excuse this interruption. Could I please have Amelia to the office? Thank you.
bye-bye.
What if we say no?
Bye-bye. The radical dudes will be just
We're losing so many people on our team.
you, Amelia, you're the one person keeping the radical dudes from being just dudes.
Actually, I didn't really think about this till today. There are twice as many males in this class as females. Like, if you... I looked at Infinite Campus. No, you guys are outnumbered 2 to 1. Like, I feel bad because you're outnumbered 2 to 1. And, also, the boys in this room have me, which is just, like, a boy nerd that, like... I'm sorry, you're outnumbered 2 to 1. So, listen up. I feel like a lot of you... So we're at the point where, like, I'll try for a moment to talk over you, but that's not my job, so then I will wait. Negative exponents are representing division. So x to the negative 8th actually means divide by x 8 times. X to the 5th means multiply by x 5 times. So 4x to the 5th, a lot of us could probably write out like this. But then... times 3 times x to the negative 8th, what we don't realize is the times 3 goes up on top, but the x to the 8th goes on the bottom because it's division. And then every x over x makes us a giant 1.
No.
So we cancel out 5 of them,
It's Big Daddy.
and we get left with 3 in the denominator. That's how we get 12 over x to the 3rd. All right, good work. Send somebody up to pull a block, and then send somebody to score. What's up?
Is 12 times 1 over x squared also x?
Yeah, but you don't need 12 times 1. Like, show me how you have it written. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's fine. You don't... That is still not as simple as it could be. You know what I mean? But it's still right.
Okay, that was actually an accident.
All right, reset it. Let's reset. We got 10 minutes left. Let's reset it. You tried to go on the other side of the thing, didn't you?
What do you mean? Yeah.
Yeah, we're the other side.
Wow, Brenda, nice
Yeah.
to
Make this better. Try to match up the blocks, new with new and old with old, because like this is a weird row, right? Because one of the blocks is older than the other.
so easy when you did it.
Whoa, bad word.
Whoa.
Math.
I need the old block.
I do not know what to do.
I did 97. I did it.
Brenda, can you put your hoodie out? Fine, I'll just put this here.
That was Jordan.
Alright, next question.
What team are you guys, Joe?
Alright. Who's not up at the tower? Pat, nope. Jordan, give me a number.
Oh, no!
Oh my god, that was close.
Yeah, isn't...
You choose. Where's the other one?
I mean, I like lucky number 13.
It's mine.
You hate that number? Okay, pick a different number then.
Yeah.
14. I think you saved yourself and got yourself a quicker question there.
Oh, Patrick took it. No, Patrick! What? Patrick! No! He's putting it in the I'm being...
This isn't on our.
I'm not even catching!
Holy crap.
I did not raise that!
This is
You're right.
Guys,
This is from 927.
Twice.
Thank you.
Dang.
Radical one.
Let's just have a cheat
You have to also
dude
do
kill it.
Those of you who are aware of what's going on with the game, and not just the chaos, this is not on the closure. This is from 927. This is Chubby Bunny Kitty method.
Yay! Sorry. I apologize. I'm going Chunky Bunny and Chunky Kitty. That was too much.
I don't have 927.
Well, good thing I got plenty of extras.
I have it.
Wait, is that the one? Wait,
I know, because there's copies from last year.
isn't that the one that had the yellow?
It is.
That's my line. See what I wrote.
Unless you think you already turned it in. I should check if I have papers to pass back. I do have some papers to pass back. Look at that. Grant and Grant and Grant. Yeah, because Grant wasn't here. Grant, I have a lot of papers for you. Grant, do you want these now or later? Grant. I don't know why I was thinking Jordan was Grant. I don't know. From Buck. I can't tell you guys are when I can't see your face. Grant, do you want these now or later? I know you're in the middle of a game. I got papers for you. Do you want them now or do you want them later? I just don't want you to just like shove them in your backpack and lead to like disorganized chaos.
That was so random. No.
Yeah, don't worry about it right now.
It's 87. 87. Alright, guys, it's 87. I bought. No.
That's not
Oh, I should probably look at what the answer is. Well, I don't know. Like, I can't just solve it in my head.
Here, I'll go get it. I'll go get it.
Negative 57.
Ha, this is funny because I've already put those answers away in my other binder. How close are we to an answer?
The answer must be really funny.
Oh my god.
Hey, the noise level would make me think that we're ready. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just made it.
So, Patrick. So, not funny, because we're recording and I try to keep people's first and last names not connected in my recordings. So, again, what you guys think is funny is not funny.
It's dangerous.
So, from 927, 151, Patrick, what is the value of x that makes these angles equal? Is it written on your paper? Because then your team should know better than to whisper it to you when you're trying to take a moment to get to the answer.
Not even on our team. I was doing
Bro!
trying to
You're colluding with the other team. I don't know, guys. I don't know if I would trust Matt. He's colluding with the other team. That is correct. Send somebody up. What?
Didn't he need to say degrees?
Yeah. So, funny story.
Can I
If you wanna
touch
be
it
mad
to
about
see
that-
which one I lose?
Yes. You don't know the rules that we've gone over previously. In here, the degrees, this should actually be a binomial. Hey, can you guys stop talking over like at the same time as me? It's just disrespectful and it makes me like feel weird at this point in the year where I thought we were better than that. So, hold up, because I'm going to give you another opportunity, Nolan, because we should have reviewed the points with you first. The points in Mega Jenga are determined by which block you take when you go up and take a block. So the middle blocks are worth 3. The outer blocks are worth 5. So if you would like to draw a different block, the outer blocks are worth more. Because they're tougher to draw.
Stop being a rumor spreader. He's better for a rumor spreader.
Isn't that a rumor saying you sound the rumor?
You're being such a bad teammate, Brenda.
You
Can
help
everyone
us.
stop saying my name? You help me. I'm serious. On to you.
So I don't think I'm probably alone in thinking that today has not gone as well as it could. Because if I tell you that the test is like identical problems, different numbers, but identical problems to all these problems we haven't covered. And if today was the only day we're going to play the review game,
I need the following students please to the office: Douglas Miranda, Mayrim, and Shelby Frank. Thank you.
if that were the case, you've totally wasted an opportunity to see exactly what's going to be on the test. So I'll ponder tonight whether we can handle doing another day of review game. Not sure if we can or not. But because you've squandered that opportunity to see what's on the test, we'll just show you exactly what's on the test. So, triangle sitting on a line, we have to figure out that angle. A lot of unknown angles, just a couple known that we got to work through. What are these special relationships between the angles given? So, like alternate interior, alternate exterior, corresponding, supplementary, those sort of relationships. On these sort of problems, which was the point I was trying to make, but literally could not get in a word without people interrupting me, the expression should be a binomial that then has the degree sign on the outside. So x is part of a degree, but x itself wouldn't have to have its own degree symbol, because x is not the angle. X is a variable involved in the angle. So x is a number involved in the angle, right? So if we had the degree symbol out here, like how I have it typed up in your test, it would be okay for x to not get a degree symbol, because then we plug it back in and solve the degrees of the angle that way. Question 5. Yeah, it's a big one question. But check it. Because my images are blurry and kind of crappy, this is like where I try to get better every year. My students last year were like, we could barely read these after they went to the copy center. So your angle measurements for A are up here, like typed out so you can read them clearly. You have to figure out what relationship they have with each other and then solve for X based off that. So there are 7 of those types of problems, right? And of course I'm recording, so you can go back and check the video if you need. Then squaring and square rooting, and then I ask you to explain squaring and square rooting. What is the exact length versus the approximate length and why? Explain to me why radical 48 is an irrational number and do not just say not rational. Yeah, I know what middle schoolers are going to try to do. Rewrite radical 50 in simplified radical form. Man, if only somebody had shown us how to do that. And then triangle inequality theorem. What could be the third side of your triangle? And then Pythagorean theorem. That is it. I know, but that'll only get you 3 more points. If you would like to get 5 points instead, just do an outer block. Like, leave that middle block out, but do an outer one. Or leave it how it is, and you guys just get 7 points.